Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the RSL. We've already had two matches. Both matches have gone 2-0. We have the winners of those two matches, Dolan and JaKaTaK, will be playing in a PvT starting on Ruins of Saras. My name is JaKaTaK, and with me is Hjax. What do you think about this matchup? Who do you think's going to win? Tell me right now.
I think JaKaTaK's the favorite here. He's been in the scene for such a long time and has so much experience. He definitely fell off a bit for a while, but he knows what it's like to play at a very high level and compete in these events.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, very important here, Dolan's account is level 75. JaKaTaK only level 18, so level advantage going to Dolan here. I don't know, Kev. By the way, Hjax's actual name is Kevin, so
Yeah.
now you know.
And I was like, wait, that doesn't even have to be a Rotterdam reference. Mr. Better in Rotterdam. Oh, that's funny.
Nope. There you go.
But we are going to be starting our game up pretty soon. Having a good time here at RSL. Hope you guys are having a great time as well. And Quasar Prince F in the chat. Shout out to you, Master Cannon Rusher. We all respect and love you. Well, we all respect you. Some people hate you. But shout out to you for making Cannon Rushes awesome again.
Yeah, his stream's quite fun to watch. Lots of cannons, lots of cool micro.
Lots of cannons. I think the more cannons per stream is actually what makes the stream good. Make StarCraft great again. Build more cannons. Trump 2016. Spawning in the top right. Got vertical spawns. It is the purple Terran Team Ascension Pro Dolan.
And spawning in the bottom right, we have our red Protoss player, JaKaTaK. So these spawn positions kind of favor the Terran, I feel, because a straight line to drop against the main while being able to move his army around and kind of put pressure on the third as well. So that means it's going to be very important for JaKaTaK to either have observers along the entire path between the two bases or to have that tower.
Yeah. It's interesting as the different spawning positions change, certain watchtowers become so important. And like you were talking about, this watchtower in between the two bases really critical, and for both players really. And whoa, what? No gas, 3 racks.
Ooh.
Ooh is right, and they're not even proxied. This is madness.
Yeah. So now these spawns end up working a bit less well for the Terran because he has not yet scouted where his opponent is, and if he doesn't JaKaTaK quick enough, his Marines won't be there in time. Has he even scouted yet? He hasn't.
He's gearing up to build another racks, I think.
Yep. He hasn't scouted yet. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, JaKaTaK gonna scout last and not get to see any of this as a result. He's only gonna see that.
Yeah, Dolan through sheer power of will, or more like luck.
Prayed to RNGesus, I think, before the match. He said, "Dear Lord and Savior of all Protoss RNGesus, please let the dice roll in the Terran's favor this time around." And they have indeed done so. As Dolan scouts first, JaKaTaK scouts last, and when you're the aggressor, you can't hope for anything more than that. Moving up. Adepts are pretty good against Marines, but if there are about 1,000 Marines and only 2 Adepts, the Marines will still win.
Yep. Dolan's going up to 5 barrels. This is incredibly committed. He'll probably end up pulling some SCVs with this, because if this build does not kill JaKaTaK, Dolan is completely dead.
Yeah, I wonder what the play is for Dolan here. I mean, obviously he's being aggressive, but in the larger context, right, the best of 3, is he getting in his head? Does he feel like JaKaTaK is just a much better player than him, and so he's just gonna all in because he feels he needs, you know, at least one lucky win in the series to be able to pull it off? A lot of different things at play here. The mind games are real, and we have an unreal amount of Marines in the field right now. 17 Marines. It's 3 minutes 20. This is absolutely crazy.
I get the feeling that Dolan was watching that first series because Zaka went his first both games. So I think he's saying maybe my opponent will be greedy and I can capitalize. There's only one pylon at the front and a mothership core, and the adepts are in the main.
Just gonna avoid it. Loses 2 Marines. Moves around. Oh, looks like he's gonna take it out. Oh my god! Oh, that is the main bastion of defense here for the Protoss player. There are quite a few adepts, but nice micro so far from Dolan. Allows him to get on top of the ramp. That probe soaking up a little bit of extra damage that should have been directed at the adepts, but I don't know if it's enough. There's going to be a mothership core coming out. It's going to start with 50 energy, so we'll have 1 photon overcharge in the grand scheme of things. 3-4 workers already going down here, and Marines continuing to stream across the map. We do have an Immortal in production, not exactly the unit that you want, but in any case, at this moment in time, you'll take anything you can get. A lot of workers could be killed in natural, but looks like he's just trying to stay over here and keep the total count of army units down for his opponent so he doesn't reach a critical mass and overwhelm him.
Yeah. If I've learned anything actually from Printf's stream, is that if a probe attacks a Marine and then it only takes 2 cannon shots to kill it, and that is actually also depths. So Zaka, with that probe that was in the fray, he actually was targeting Marines to hit them each once, which is really clever.
Yeah,
and
that's
better than they would otherwise.
That's some really clever micro, and that's a really fast reaction to the most recent patch that changed it from a 2-hit kill to a 3. And looks like he's defending over here. Dolan was moving over. He had an option to move into the natural and kill almost all the workers. Did not take it, and is now massively behind. Had he killed those workers, he'd be at least even in worker count. But I don't know, Kev. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that even if he had went into the natural and tried to kill workers, the tech advantage would be so great for Zaka having a robo to a Terran player who has no gas that it might still that might have led to him to make that decision, but it definitely didn't pay off. Now we see a almost doubling the worker count of his opponent, and not looking so good for Dolan.
Well, this is a pretty classic scenario. Using the high ground here, very nicely done, but a slow reaction time is going to keep all of these stalkers alive for Zaka. Yeah, this is just bad. This is all kinds of bad for Dolan. He is in Frown Town right now. He is, he just spilt his milkshake. However many different ways you can find to say it, Dolan is a unhappy. He is a wet blanket right now.
Yep. Zaka hopes that his army is actually now bigger than Dolan's, so he is in a fine position.
Yeah, pretty much everything that was in favor of Dolan has disappeared, and as such, recognizing that, he will GG. Bit unfortunate. Really wild play, very exciting, but ultimately not effective. It's really tough in those scenarios, right? Because when you're all in like that, every little decision matters. And I think one of the critical moves there was the photon overcharge happened in the main. The stalkers were in the main as well, and instead of going down to the natural, clearing that out and securing, at least even situation, he was, pushing forward, trying to kill those stalkers. Ran into that really choked up scenario where the 2 stalkers had a big advantage against them, and there were a lot of workers as well. Probably felt that he needed to do that, in order to come out ahead. That wasn't enough just to kill the natural, but in any case, that's, no lost maps yet for Zaka in this group.
Yeah, one other decision that I think was made by Dolan that weakened his attack was he chose to go up the main ramp relatively quickly, and he ended up doing so into 3 adepts that killed quite a few Marines before he was able to kill them all. So maybe if he had waited back and for a higher Marine count before pushing in, he might have been able to do more damage, because he did pick off the mothership core almost right away.
That was, I think, a huge moment that really facilitated potential victory. And like you said, that probe going in there, not only soaking up hits that should have been against the adepts, but also making it 2-hit kills for the adepts versus the Marines on top of that ramp was a really critical play. And I just got to commend Zaka for that, because it's really cool to see plays like that happen when that patch pretty much just came online. in the terms of StarCraft, time, which is slower than all of their times.
Yeah. That patch was actually so new. Something I noticed and forgot to point out in the series Dolan had against Zergwave. When Zergwave was doing that big push on Central Protocol, Dolan sent a couple Marines to where the rocks used to be, and then realized there's no rocks there anymore and pulled them away.
Wow.
Yeah, he was so used to reflexively just sending a couple units there to check the rocks that he forgot there wasn't there anymore.
It's interesting, Quasar Print with the hilarious chat. Turns out JaKaTaK is better than the Elite AI RIP. Oh, wow. You can't get drama in the chat between the players. You get it from the Twitch chat. Thank you, Quasar.